psychological foundation of psychopathy has been a subject of interest for quite some time. It wasn't until relatively recently that researchers began to investigate the brain of the psychopath and how it differs from that of an otherwise ordinary person. The Hare Psychopathy checklist tests for the prevalent characteristics of a psychopath, some of which include superficial charm, shallow affect, lack of empathy, grandiosity, and lack of remorse. An individual is ranked in 20 categories, each worth up to 2 points based on how well it describes the individual. A minimum score of 30 indicates psychopathy. It is used in many studies to screen subjects for level of psychopathy. Studies of brain damage to the prefrontal lobe indicate that a region of the brain, called the orbital frontal cortex, may be associated with the development of psychopathy. Although lacking certain key characteristics of psychopaths, those suffering from damage to the orbital frontal cortex have been known to develop psychopathic traits such as lack of empathy, impulsivity, and irresponsibility. Damage to the anterior cingulate has been observed to lead to hostility, irresponsibility, and lack of emotional concern. This type of brain damage is also associated with lower harm avoidance and higher impulsivity, both traits commonly found in psychopaths. The posterior cingulate, in conjunction with the anterior cingulate and the amygdala, plays a role in effective word processing. Studies have shown that persons without psychopathy both recognize more accurately and react faster to emotionally charged words than otherwise neutral ones. The performance of psychopaths, on the other hand, was no different for emotional words than it was for neutral words, indicating an issue with effective word processing, and consequently with the anterior and posterior cingulate and the amygdala. Psychopathy generally results in difficulties with recognizing facial cues, such as distress and disgust. The amygdala is thought to play a role in recognizing distress, suggesting that the amygdala plays a role in the development of psychopathy. Other regions of the brain that play a role in psychopathy include the parahippocampal gyrus as well as the anterior superior temporal gyrus.